Hello everyone, welcome to another interesting video. So this is the final part. So before we begin our descent, it's the washroom review. So by the way, just like on the last plate, there are two taps, one for the hot water this side and one for the cold water. So this is the soap, it's written here soap, and then this is for no cigarette disposal, it's written over here. And this is a charging port. This is where the tissue papers are located, and the toilets are really clean, no problem anywhere. So there's a bit of turbulence here, so I'm gonna flush it. Okay, so it's a vacuum toilet. I'm gonna wash my hand and then I'm gonna get back on the review. Yeah, this water is really hot actually. So I'm gonna dry with the towel, the tissue, and then I'm gonna dispose it over here. Done. So yeah, that's it on the washroom review. Everything's clean and great, no problem here. So I'm gonna go back to my seat and then we're gonna watch the descent. So on the last flight, the window temperature was cold. So let's see how cold it is now. Okay, it's cold, but not as cold as on the last flight, because at that time it was a night flight, but this time the sun is up, so it is a little bit warmer. And by the way, as soon as I finished my meal, I had another 10-minute nap and I woke up when they were collecting the trays. So we've still not begun our descent, and just watch the view. So I said you can see the aircraft moving. So yeah, watch it carefully. On the last flight I could barely recognize anything because it was an evening flight, but today it's an afternoon flight, so I can easily get to know the aircraft moving. Okay. So okay, thank God they gave the announcement. My phone's battery is literally at 23%. I was wondering when this announcement would come, because filming the video costs my phone's battery, so they have turned the seatbelt sign on, which means we have begun the descent. And don't forget, there's a surprise coming, which is the aileron the spoiler deployment and the reverse thrust. So they have now slowed the engines down to reduce some speed in order for us to make it on the ground to stop safely. And at the end of this flight, like any other flight review, we're gonna give this flight a rating. So watch this video full to get to know the rating of this flight. Yes, we have officially begun our descent. So this is gonna be the only engine view, because I don't want to show the wings because they're not deployed the flaps or the slats yet. because we have not still reached the decision altitude to deploy the flaps and the slats. So I'm gonna grab a picture. Okay. We have encountered some slight turbulence. So we are banking slightly left and right by the sun's shadow, I can say. If we bank right, the shadow will go down. The shadow of the engine, I'm going to show you that shadow over there. And if we bank left, that shadow will go up. Banking right, left. And if the aircraft is not in a bank, i.e. it's moving straight, the shadow is gonna be straight. I'm gonna pause the video and I'm gonna resume once we are at 10,000 feet. So we can see the city getting clear and we are coming out of the cloud cover right now. So once the aircraft comes down to about 10 to 5,000 feet, it will be a lot clearer than it is now. So I'm gonna zoom in there. So this is at the maximum. So that spot you can see. I think we are at 25,000 feet above ground right now. So they turned the seatbelt sign off. I think that was during turbulence, but if they still haven't turned the seatbelt sign on, it means we are flying the descent by the autopilot, which is in the most cases. So there's a cloud on the underside of the left hand engine. Now the city is becoming more and more clearer by each minute we come down. So now we are exiting the cloud cover, but there's one massive cloud ahead of us. If we fly into that and once we exit, I think that's about it. Just like I've told you, we are going into the cloud. And once we so I can see some houses also clearly. So now the city has been taken over by the clouds, which means we are flying into the cloud cover. There's nothing but clouds all around us. So during the daytime, you can't see if the underside lights have been turned on, but you can see the wings navigation lights. Small white blinking light is the navigation light indeed. So I think the cloud cover is over in about 2 minutes from now. So I can hear the engine's thrust going up and down. That is to ensure we are at a safe speed in our descent. So the auto throttle and autopilot manages all of that. Still more clouds. So there's one big cloud there touching the wing. So good. I'm gonna grab a picture. Okay, we are now currently in a slight right bank, but we are getting some turbulence. Okay. The autopilot has been disengaged, and now the crew are flying the aircraft manually by hand. Yeah, turbulence is shaking the aircraft really badly.
पहिला तथा सज्जनवृन्द अब हामी क्याटेगोडा अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय विमानस्थलमा अवतरण गर्ने क्रममा छौँ। कृपया आफ्नो सिटमा बसी सिटको पेटी बाँध्न हुन साथै सिटलाई सिधा राख्न हुन अनुरोध गर्दछौँ। कुनै पनि विद्युतीय उपकरणहरूको प्रयोग नगर्नुहोला। अतिरिक्त सेवा र सूचना आवश्यक भएमा कृपया हाम्रा विमानस्थल
Completely taken over by clouds.
धन्यवाद। Ladies and gentlemen, we have now started our descent for Kampegowda International Airport. In preparation for landing, please return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt. Also ensure that your seat is in upright position and your tray table has been secured. All electronic devices must be turned off. Passengers requiring any assistance are required to contact our ground staff at the terminal. Thank you.
Now we have finally exited the cloud cover. The city is a lot more clearer than before. I'm gonna grab another picture. So I'm gonna catch up to you once we're at 5,000 feet above ground. So there are some black clouds in the distance. I think those are rain clouds. So I'm gonna grab another picture with the city view. Oh my god, we're banking left. Yes, the sunlight is hitting the left side of the aircraft from the right windows. So now, yeah, this is the view. I'm gonna try to spot the airport. We're still in that left bank. Okay, just see the position of the shadow. We are leveling the wing out. Judging by my opinion, they're lining up the aircraft and aiming for the runway. Now the sunlight is hitting from the left side of the aircraft. Oh my god, there's some severe turbulence shaking the aircraft. So now we're entering another massive cloud cover. Now they're in this rapid descent. You can see so now they have put the engines into spool to keep the thrust in the medium to low level to hopefully align it for the runway. Now we are in a right turn. That position of the wing says we are pretty much in it. So my camera is finding it hard to adjust. Yeah, there you go. Check the view from this window. Clearly looks like a right bank. Okay. So now we're leveling the wing. city has become a lot more clear. Now we are in another right bank. So slight course corrections to align with the runway. So due to bad weather, we are in a go around right now. And once we finish that, I'm gonna catch up to you. So yeah, we are having some tons of turbulence, let's just say. It has gone from moderate to worse all of a sudden. So took back the camera. So yeah, there's tons of clouds here. I think it's about to rain, but IAE engine is handling it properly, so no problem. Yeah, it's raining. Definitely it's raining. Oh my god. Yeah, it's raining. So this is the first time I'm catching up rain while landing in an aircraft. Let's see how the IAE engine handles rain. Shall we? So the minute we get down, minute by minute, the rain is getting worse and worse. And if the weather deteriorates more and we have to initiate another go around, I'm gonna do another part, which will be the part for the thing is unexpected, because my phone's battery is literally at, I don't know, but 14% right now. The IAE engine is handling the rain properly. So we are at 5,000 feet above ground right now. The rain seems to have dispersed, but let's see if the weather is like this. If it stays the same, we can land, but if it gets worse, we might have to initiate another go around. Okay, the engine's thrust has been come down, which means we are going to land, or at least we are going to try to. So hopefully my phone battery doesn't die, so that's why I'm gonna give this a rating right now. So the check-in was really smooth, no problem. Each bag was checked within 1 minute, and then for the permission, they gave me the permission, and even I asked the crew, they did not say anything. They said okay, you can film it as long as you follow all the rules, so that's 5 stars. Then the boarding and the lounge was really good, great food. The boarding was also hassle free, no problem. The takeoff was great, but it was done at a 5-degree angle, so I felt it was kind of a fast takeoff, which I really like, so that is 5 stars. Then the flight, which means the cruise, 5 stars, great flying. And then the landing is the only thing left. So as soon as we land, that rating is gonna be given. A320 200 descending into BLR. We are at, I think, 4,000 feet above ground right now. So once we reach 1000 feet, the radio altimeter in the cockpit activates and it gives the visual color 1500, 400, 300, 200, 100, and it gives the altitude and calls the retard, which means to pull back and to initiate the reverse thrust, which I'm going to be showing also. Okay, so the weather seems to have improved right now, so we're going to land. Okay, so now they have deployed the landing gear. I can hear the low rumbling sound when the hydraulic fluid extends the landing gear. Okay, the gear has been fully extended. We are now on visual approach, which means the pilots are doing the approach by the eye window. More on that in another video, because I got to know it's a visual when they've deployed the landing gear, and they can only deploy the landing gear when they see the runway and get the clearance to land. So that's when I got to know we're on visual. Okay, so now we are aiming for the runway. But let's butter the bricks. Did we touch down? Wow, such a smooth landing. So now the reverse thrust and the spoilers have been activated. Has been shaking really well after the reverse thrust were initiated, but I did not even get to know we landed. When the reverse thrust screamed, then I got to know. Very good. So the landing is 5 out of 5 stars. We are now turning at the high speed turn off because the spoilers have not been.
हामी अहिले केम्पेगौडा अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय विमानस्थल बेङ्गलुरुमा अवतरण गरेका छौँ। स्थानीय समयअनुसार दिनको 5 बजेको छ र बाहिरको तापक्रम 28 डिग्री सेल्सियस छ।
Okay, so the spoilers have not come down. So yeah, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. And have a nice day as always. And bye-bye.